So you're thinking about buying a house in Oceanside, California. Well, before you dive in and commit to doing that, there is definitely some things that you're really going to want to know about this place. So we're going to hop on Google Earth. I'm actually going to walk you around pretty much all of Oceanside. We're going to talk about some of these neighborhoods, some of the really good ones, some of the ones that you might want to stay away from, some of the shopping areas, things to do, and a lot of the things that are coming to Oceanside and why it's changing in a good way. And as a person that's lived here for over 5 years now, you guys are going to learn a ton. So here we go. Hey guys, welcome back. Or maybe this is your first time here and you like to know every little thing there is to know about living right here in San Diego. Make sure you give that subscribe button down below a nice little tap. Hit that like button too. My name is Nick, and you guys are reaching out all the time, and we really do love helping you out. So if you're thinking about making a move in or around the San Diego area, just shoot us a text, shoot us an email, or just straight up give us a call so we can help you save a ton of time and just help you make a smooth move to possibly Oceanside if you're watching this video. Now, as I mentioned, I've lived here for over 5 years, and I've grown up in North County, San Diego, so I know it extremely well. And today I really just want to break down a neighborhood, or not a neighborhood, but a city that you guys are constantly calling in about and asking questions and thinking about moving here. So I want to break all that down. I want to talk about a lot of stuff that's coming here and actually changing Oceanside for the better. Like I said, we're going to talk about some of these neighborhoods as well. A lot of little pockets that a lot of people don't know about that I really think are going to do great with home values and all that fun stuff. So I really want to give you guys a lot of information in this one, so it might be a little long, so grab some popcorn and kick back and watch this, but let's go ahead and jump onto my computer. Before we head up into Oceanside over here, I want to let you know that if you have to commute to downtown San Diego right over here, or the airport pretty often, which is going to be located right here, it's a pretty easy drive. You're just going to hop on the Interstate 5 here. It's going to take you probably about 40 minutes to get down there with no traffic, but just be aware if there is traffic, that drive can easily turn into an hour, maybe a little bit more. So traffic in San Diego can be a little unpredictable too, so just keep that in mind if you have to make that commute pretty often. You know, you might want to look a little more south just for the convenience. But overall, the location of Oceanside is amazing, but you should know it's going to be one of the last cities in San Diego County, especially up the 5 right here. If you take this, that's going to take you into Orange County. It's going to take you into San Clemente, Dana Point, a lot of great areas, and they're just day trips too if you want to go check out different beaches and just a different lifestyle. That's why I like this location so much. So it's going to be everything within this line. It's got a funky little shape to it. It weaves in a vista. You're bordered with Carlsbad right here. And that's another one of my favorite parts is you have some really cool neighboring cities that you can go check out and hang out at that have a completely different, unique vibe. So take advantage of that stuff. I feel like a lot of people don't. They just live in Oceanside and they're stuck in their bubble. There's so many cool places to go explore. But what we'll kind of do on here is we're going to start on the coastal zone and we're going to make our way inland, and I'm going to break all this down for you. So make sure you guys are sticking around. But let's start over here because this is where all your happenings are. This is where your nightlife is. This is where your good restaurants are, bars, all that. It's all on the coast right here. And anything south of this lagoon right here, that's going to take you into Carlsbad, where guess what? Carlsbad Village has even more stuff to do, more restaurants, great options down there. But let's keep it simple, and we'll talk about the neighborhood known as South Oceanside first. So coastal Oceanside is seeing the most change and the most growth very, very fast. It's been very undervalued for a long time, in my opinion, and people are finally catching on, and they're buying up properties here because it's a great area. Now, let's zoom into this because you're going to have a lot of residential. You're going to have a lot of beach bungalow style homes. You're going to have multifamily. You're going to have a lot of homes just like this that have alley access. So you're going to see they have detached garages, whether they be a guest house or maybe they converted the garage to a guest house. But this is kind of cool, and you're going to see a lot of that on the coastal zones. And the style of homes over here are amazing. Let me drop on, let's go to South Nevada right here and check out this zone because you're going to have a lot of beach bungalow homes, and you're also going to have a ton of kind of craftsman style, different style. These homes are kind of just your ordinary kind of old school homes, but a lot of homes that were built probably in the 60s and 70s over here on the coast. But very nice neighborhoods, very family oriented in my opinion, and this is where you're going to have some of the most walkability that you could find is just going to be right here on the coastal part. Anything west of Interstate 5 is where you're going to have that. So if you're looking for that, just make sure you're bringing a bigger budget. Detached homes, you got to have at least 1.2, 1.3 on the low side, going well up to $2-3 million. But let's kind of talk about a little bit of this over here, because the 101 right here, you have miles. I'm not even kidding. Miles of shops, bars, restaurants. New things are always coming in, and you're going to see a lot of these commercial buildings are being completely gutted and renovated, and you have brand new businesses coming in. For instance, right here, these are two brand new buildings right here. Well, this building's been here forever, but they converted it into like a multi-use kind of situation. So you got Artifacts Brewing over here. You got Corner Pizza, which is some good pizza. You got Home State right here, which I didn't think Home State was going to be good. It just had this like posh look to it. And then I went there, or we went there, we tried it. It's amazing. They got these Tex-Mex style tacos, and obviously in San Diego, we have a lot of regular Mexican style tacos, which is excellent. But Home State is Tex-Mex, and their food there is delicious. Definitely go check it out. But what I'm trying to say is, even the new businesses that are coming in, they're actually good. They're not just like your average Joe Schmo. So this is where all your things to do. Ton of coffee shops, Revolution Roasters, really strong coffee here. Always people hanging out front, working on their computers, hanging out with friends, all that stuff. Great sushi right here at Wrench and Rodent. I'm just trying to let you guys know your food options might drive you a little broke, because it's very easy to want to go out and go have fun, especially if you live over here, because you're just going to be walking everywhere or hopping on your e-bike. The Privateer, great food over here, great wood-fired pizza, just a lot of cool things going on. Now, what I want to show you, just a little taste, is this is like an old commercial build, or not commercial, but it's a older car place. I don't know, they're completely redoing it, and you'll see these permit pending signs, and they're these yellow signs. Basically, it will tell you what the city's trying to do, or what the owner's now trying to convert that into. So this one's going to turn into a lot of luxury townhomes with some, on the bottom, they're going to have mixed use, kind of like little retail shops and things like that. So you'll see a lot of these buildings kind of disappearing over the next few years and turning into luxury condos, or, you know, single family homes, a ton of that. Even I live over here on the coast, and this house down the street from me had one of those yellow signs on it for the longest time. And then I drove by it the other day. The house was completely gone. It's leveled. It's turning into a brand new single family home. So a lot of that's going to be happening on the coast. But again, you're going to have a mix. And I want to show you, where is this street right here, is South Nevada. This is going to be one of my favorite streets in the coastal Oceanside. But look at these trees over here. It just lines the streets, and the homes out here are very cute. You got some really gorgeous ones. You got some old Spanish style homes, craftsman style, other craftsmen. So you're going to see a lot of different style homes over here, which is kind of one of my favorite parts, and it adds a lot of character, which more neighborhoods need that. No HOAs back here, that's for darn sure. But let me zoom out real quick and show you the downtown area as well, because look, we just keep heading north, and more shops, more restaurants, more bars, just things to do. Now, this is going to be, so Mission Avenue, this is going to be into downtown, right here, downtown Oceanside, where you're going to have the pier right here, which is some great people watching, just a good time to walk. You got the Strand down here, which is going to be located down here, where if you want to go on a walk or a run, ride your bike. I mean, ton of stuff to just keep you busy outdoors just in this area. You got the rooftop bar on these two. The hotels weren't built yet. They were still parking lots. This is very interesting. This is now a hotel right here. Same with this one, very high-end luxury hotels. You got rooftop bar on top of one of them. So just a lot of things changing, but it's not change in a bad way. Maybe some older locals that have lived here forever don't like it, but I think it's kind of cool to see some of the things changing and just getting a little more nicer and high-end, because Oceanside just hasn't had the best rep about it. When I was growing up, at least like in high school, my mom wouldn't even take me over to parts of Oceanside because she knew it wasn't that good. Now, that's going to kind of lead me into a neighborhood that's kind of very C to D class, because here in Oceanside, you can be in A to B class neighborhood and take a 5-minute drive and land in a B class neighborhood. So Eastside Capistrano, and I get clients sending me homes over here very often because they see these beautiful turnkey homes that have been renovated, and they're like $750,000, and they're like a mile from the beach. But it's because it's not the best neighborhood. You can kind of know that. And I always ask, I'm like, did you drive around? Did you do a little drive-by? 9 times out of 10, they say no. They go do a drive-by, and they're like, whoa, I can see why the price is like that. I told you why to drive, or have me do a drive-by first. So this is going to be kind of one of those areas I might want to avoid. Is it getting better? Yes, 100%. A lot of these neighborhoods are, but just understand that, it's a meh neighborhood. Now, we head over here to Loma Alta. This is one of the areas or one of the neighborhoods I highly recommend to clients because it's a great price point still right here. And you have those older, it kind of feels like you got South O homes, like beach bungalow, older style homes all throughout here. This is on a big hill actually up here. You got Buddy Todd Park, but really cool homes at a great price still. You can find a detached home going upwards of $850,000 to $1.5 million. So price point, really, really good. There's a few things that kind of keep that, suppress the prices is down in here. You're going to see that. Let me see if I can drop. You're going to have a ton of auto body shops. Every now and then you're going to see some homeless people. Look, there's a shopping cart right there. It's probably from some homeless person. So you're going to see homeless and things like that just off of Oceanside Boulevard down here. So it keeps those prices low up there. Will that change in the future? I think prices are going to continue to go up in areas like Loma Alta. So Loma Alta is a cool zone in my opinion. And then if you go just south of Loma Alta, you're now in Fire Mountain. So Fire Mountain's kind of one of the more renowned, sought-after areas. And this is something you guys need to really think about. And I always ask this when I have a conversation with you, is what kind of neighborhood do you like better? Do you like windy roads, no sidewalks, different style homes all around you, a little bit further from your neighbor? Look in areas just like this in Fire Mountain. Maybe you like more of those HOA, well-maintained, kind of family-oriented neighborhoods. I'm going to share some of those as well. But keep that in mind. You really have to figure out what you like better. Homes up here are amazing, in my opinion. Down street, you got Hunsaker. Where's Hunsaker? It's going to be right here. Gorgeous homes all throughout Fire Mountain. And one of the beautiful things is, I'm not going to talk much about schools, but you got Palmquist Elementary right here, and right across the school, Lincoln Middle School. So a ton of kids live in these neighborhoods. They ride their e-bike over to school, and it's just nice. It does get a little backed up here around like morning time and right in the afternoon when kids get out, but overall, really cool neighborhood. Definitely recommend that one. Depending on where you live in Oceanside, this is where you're going to be shopping. This is all your shopping. I was at Target last night. You got a Trader Joe's just right here. You got a Winco right above it right here. Board and Brew over here. A Terry Cafe, which is really, really good food. It's been around forever. I highly recommend going there. But this is, all your shopping, all your retail, all that stuff. You're going to be doing a lot of your shopping there. Now, I'm going to show you a couple other hidden gems as well. But before I actually dive into that, I want to show you this little community. If you're looking for a lower price point and you're, right around that $700,000 price range, here is a little townhome community that I can't believe these are still priced the way they are, but these are selling for right around $700,000 to $750,000. And for the location of being that close to shopping, you got some walkability here. You can go to the beach in like 5 to 10 minutes. These are insane of a deal. So just keep that in mind. And that's why it is so important that you guys do reach out to us, just because we know so much about Oceanside and these little pockets that will literally could change the course of your entire life. So make sure you guys are reaching out, because we will save you a lot of time and just help you figure out the right area and share these little pockets with you, these little secret places with you. But let's move out of that little zone and let me take you to another little area called Henny Hills right here, which if you like Fire Mountain and that type of neighborhood, open your search up and look in Henny Hills right here. It's going to be this whole area around the golf course, but you got very similar style neighborhood. So make sure you're looking there. And then let's talk a little bit about HOA style communities, because Oceanside, you kind of have 50-50. Some are going to be non-HOA, windy roads, all that stuff, no sidewalk. And a lot of them are going to be HOA, very well maintained. So Miracosta, this whole zone right here, that's the style over here. And you're going to have a lot of pocket parks. You're going to have more kids in the neighborhood. So if you have a family and you want to meet kids and things like that for your kids, look into areas like Miracosta. You can see these homes are actually still a great value too, because you can get a detached home over here for right around $850,000 to going up to $1 million, depending on how done up it is. But look, you got these giant, massive parks just right in the community. So really cool vibe if you're looking for something like that. And I'm going to show you another one kind of very similar to this in a second, but let me kind of zoom out of Miracosta and let's take you down here. So Well, let's talk a little bit about Tri-City. So this is on the border of Vista and Oceanside, but this is another area where clients send me a ton of homes because the values look very appealing. They drive around and they go, actually, that's not for us. So Tri-City is going to be one of those areas right off of Thunder Drive. There is some really nice homes back here, but majority of people that actually we send over there to do a drive-by, they typically come back and say, let's eliminate that neighborhood. So Tri-City might be a waste of your time. It might not be. Make sure to be driving around and be educated on these areas. Let's go ahead and check out this southern region because this is a cool little pocket down here. And it's right on the border of, this is going to be Carlsbad all right here. This is going to be Oceanside. So let me dive into this neighborhood known as Lake because this is a huge hack that a lot of people don't know about. But first off, Carlsbad School District is highly awarded. A lot of families want their kids to go there. It's just very expensive in Carlsbad. You can't find a detached home unless you got at least 1.2, 1.3 million. Guess what? I'm your hero because this neighborhood right here in Lake, this is going to be zip code Oceanside prices, but you're going to get Carlsbad School District. So you're kind of grandfathered in right here, which is amazing. And the homes over here, they're cool. They're kind of your older custom homes. A lot of these were built back in the 70s, but some have been completely renovated while others, are just time capsules and need some TLC. So keep this area on your radar as well if you want to find something that's just a good investment, or if you want your kids to really go to Carlsbad schools, but your budget's not that high, look into Lake. This is going to be a great option for you. Now, I'm going to move out of here and take you to another little zone. And Lake's a pretty big neighborhood. Not all of Lake you're going to get Carlsbad schools, so that's why it's important that your agent or whoever's helping you search puts the school district you want in it, because otherwise this zone over here, this isn't going to get Carlsbad schools. Nothing wrong with Vista schools. This is going to be Vista schools, although you're still in Oceanside. But great schools right here. You're going to have Madison Middle School and Lake Elementary right here. And it's funny because I go to the gym right here. I go to the EOS Fitness right here. And I'm usually leaving there at about 8 in the morning, which is right when school's starting. So it gets a lot of traffic and stuff right here. But it's all good. It's a cool neighborhood. So if you got kids, this area in general is going to be great for you. You're going to see a lot of kids walking to school, hopping on their e-bikes going. I'm not going to talk too much about schools anymore in this video, but go to greatschools.org, niche.com. Those are where you really want to look. Now, another area on the south, Ocean Hills. This is an awesome area. There's two kind of areas to it. You got Ocean Hills Country Club, which this is all a gated 55 and up community. So if you're looking for a retirement community, look in here. Prices are appealing. You can find stuff from $650,000 going up to $1.5 million, but you got a private golf course in there, pickleball courts, really beautiful homes with like these Greek style curb appeal. So look at that one. But non-age restricted is going to be all this in Ocean Hills. It's going to be anything outside of this. And this is going to be a great area as well, in my opinion. It's going to be very similar to Miracosta. You're going to have, HOA neighborhoods, very clean, very well maintained, family style. So that should be pretty helpful for looking in the south and some other areas where your budget will go a little bit further, in my opinion. Now I want to move north and kind of head up to areas that I don't talk about north of 76 too often. So that's what I really wanted to do in this video. But let me take you over here because Ivy Ranch, this is going to be another one of those areas that I highly recommend to families because you get really good schools in here. And your price point's going to be starting right around $750,000 going up to $1 million. So great starter homes back here, very similar to Miracosta neighborhood, very similar to the Ocean Hills neighborhood that I spoke about. So cool homes back here. And we're actually going to go, so you got shopping, as you can see, a lot of shopping. And that's the thing with Oceanside, no matter where you live, you're only going to be 5 to 10 minutes away from a huge shopping center where you can get all your stuff done. Look, it's Walmart right here. You're also going to have Guahomie, which is a little bit more inland. That's going to be back in this zone. Really cool zone. Again, this is more of your HOA style community as well. You got Guahomie County Park over here if you like to do some hiking and just enjoy the outdoors. Now we're going to head north of 76. So north of 76, some mixed emotions about this place. Some people absolutely love it up here. And I would say a good majority of people that I'm like, hey, drive around North Valley, your budget will go further over here. They usually come back to me and say, we want to be south of 76. And my reasoning and what I think behind that is you have a lot of B-class neighborhoods, and then you take that 2-3 minute drive, and now you're in a D-class neighborhood. So you're gonna see that a little bit more in North Valley, in my opinion, especially San Luis Rey, this area as well. You do have some very price point stuff, but it's usually price point for a reason, in my opinion. It's because, you know, it's suppressed by other homes and what they're sold for, or what the neighborhood looks like. So nothing wrong with this area. Definitely do your own drive-by, but it's going to be an area where you see on Zillow that homes are selling for $700K, and you're like, oh my gosh, that's a steal, only to drive around and realize, it's not the best neighborhood. If you do want a really nice neighborhood and you're okay with living in North Valley, Arrowwood, this is a exceptional community. People love it. Families love it. I've helped a couple families actually move in here, and they love it. They absolutely love it. It's a little bit more further inland than the ocean, or to the ocean, I should say. It's going to take you about 15-20 minutes to get to the beach, but hey, that doesn't bother everybody, and you got a really nice golf course actually right in here too. What I will say is, if you live anywhere on the north side of Oceanside, this is all Camp Pendleton. So this is a back gate, they call it, right here, going into Camp Pendleton, and then this is going to be your other entrance into Camp Pendleton right here. You will hear kind of training going off. Sometimes there's bombs, there's helicopters, and I hadn't heard it for a few months, and just the other day, I heard it all day. So just understand that will happen. It's not like a crazy loud noise, but it's like a subtle noise that you might hear in Oceanside. So just keep that in mind. I want to keep you guys aware of this stuff and just keep you on top of pretty much the pros and cons of Oceanside. Now, obviously, Oceanside is a very big place, and some of these neighborhoods are going to work better than others for you. That's why it is so important that you guys do reach out, schedule a one-on-one Zoom so we can really help figure out what you guys like, what you don't like, what's your budget like, what's your commute look like. All this stuff plays such an important part in where you live here. So make sure you guys are reaching out. All of our information is down below. We really look forward to talking with you guys. And make sure you check out a couple of these videos, maybe this one or maybe this one, because these will probably be extremely helpful as well. See you there.